So we're here at Integrated picking up the tournament boat for the 2026 season. It's early. It's just, we just turned October. I always have a goal to get the boat done early. Just gives me more break-in time, more time on the water with it before we actually start fishing. You know, this is the 8th year, I think, that Darren's rigged the boat. And he does it with pride, and he does it like he is going to fish out of it. And that's why I want him to do it. I'll kind of point some stuff out as we go around and what separates them from other people. But FXR20, people ask why 20 over a 21, just personal preference. You know, I like to fish a lot up on the bank, shallow water, move around with the trolling motor a lot. Just my personal preference. You're going to talk to some guys and they're going to say that a 21 fits them. It's just, it's what I like. So we're literally just going to walk around and kind of pick some stuff out. We'll start right here with the trolling motor batteries. Two 36 volt lithium pros there. Power pole charge, 250 Yamaha. It's going to be winter time by the time I run this, so 25 3-blade there, T3, two 8-foot blades, single pump. You know, now, I think last year was the first year, you don't have to have 2 pumps, you can have 1. It creates more space in the back for me to put tools, an extra prop, things like that. The transducer on the bottom down there for side view is a 36, GT36. There's an in-hull GT8 that shoots through the glass. That gives me 2D, and actually a lot of times 70 miles an hour, it's picking up the bottom. So we got TH steer stops there, keeps the engine from turning going down the highway. We're just moving around, making sure. We don't want to forget this. This is a leash. I think it was 7 or 8 years ago, these guys called me and asked me to run it. I was one of the first ones, and honestly in the beginning I was a little like, I don't know about that. But after seeing what I've seen now, with all, you know, the boat wrecks, things like that, it just gives me a peace of mind, especially, you know, some of the stuff that we drive through. There's that 36 down there. All right, getting to the console here, the good stuff. Precision sonar mount. 7 or 8 years using the same thing, solid as a rock. 2 Ultra 2s, both are 12 inches. You know, in Bassmaster we have a 50, I think it's either 52 or a 55 inch rule. That's all we can have. I use 4 12s, which gets me 48. I am going to play around with the 16 inch in a week or two on the front for live scope, but for now it's 4 12s. Notice here how, you know, you put the mount on, you put your units on, it can get out here and crowd your steering wheel. Precision has a spacer there, and I have them, especially, I got big hands, they put that spacer on there and it pulls the steering wheel back a little bit and gives you room to be able to turn without touching the screen. You got your big display there, shows all the stuff, digital display, control center. TH Marine rocker lights there, red. Actually, I've always had red, and last year I did white, and they were a little bit bright in the mornings, almost too bright, so I went back to red. Enough, you know, one on the floor where you can see the floor area, and then one on the deck. Wrap up here on the front. You know, I've had an easy step on there for 6 or 7 years. Just, I mean, I couldn't have a boat without it. It's so much easier, so much safer accessing, especially a lot of times whenever we're practicing by ourselves. You know, I can enter without having to climb over the units and the trolling motor and things like that. I actually saw a guy once get hauled off in an ambulance at Bull Shoals trying to unload by himself. He slipped off that and hit the concrete. So take it for what it is. Precision sonar mount, 2 more 12s, chill tracks. The new Force Pro, I just got back from Gunnersville Ultimate Angler, and the reverse is a big deal. When that thing gets clogged up, bam, bam, blows the grass off. Troll jacket. Notice how, right here is an example of the work that Darren does. Look how clean all the wires are, you know, they're tapped in. The transducer wires are Velcroed, and the other stuff is like the speaker wire, you can use zip ties, but everything's clean. The troll tamer there, we've kind of modified that to where it fits the stopper there on the trolling motor. It goes down, locks, clean. Hydro wave and one 34 transducer. We only get one. So last year I mounted 4 and ended up taking it off before the season. So we got one. So that pretty much wraps it up. Like whenever we get tackle and things like that, we'll kind of do the inside of the compartment video. But for that, 2026 tournament rig, it better be lucky.